I'm a perfectionist. This and the other red flags that as interviewers we get to hear when people come and attend calls. When asked about your weaknesses in an interview, please don't say you're a perfectionist. None of us want to be hiring people who are perfect at anything that they do. We are looking for people who are risk takers. We are looking for people who love to make mistakes, learn from there, quickly iterate and fail fast. Because the intent is, how can you actually, not learn if you don't make mistakes? We're all humans. And I think it's always good to understand that we are going to learn from the mistakes. Another thing that I get to hear is, they come for an interview and one of the questions they ask me is, what does the company do? Seriously? You can't be talking about asking the interviewer about what the organization does, what products or services that they offer, who is in the leadership team, and who is going to be part of your interview panel. Whenever somebody comes to an interview, my ask is, do your homework. Please understand what the organizational larger mandate or vision is, what do they do as a business, who their leadership team are, and what team you're going to be part of. If you do not have this visibility, you are never going to be understanding the fitment between the role that you're interviewing to where you are coming from an outside-in point of view. When they come back and ask you, please provide your view on how you'll contribute to this organization. So, second thing that I would tell you is, please do your research, please come prepared. Compensation is key, and we all understand that, salary and CTC and your total rewards are critical. But asking for everything to do with salary and compensation very early on in the journey can send a very unsettling feeling to the interviewing team or the panel that's working with you. Always talking about what the numbers can look like right from the onset can also put off your interview panel, because then they see that you aren't too much concerned about the stack that you get to work with or your, the larger vision that you're expected to deliver, but you're only then hung up on one key thing, that is your compensation. So look beyond compensation and bring in those decisions which are relevant at the right time. But right on the onset, please look beyond compensation and think about what's your role and what's the role that you're going to play within the organization. That is a clear no-no that this individual has used their previous organizations as a stepping stone. They've used them for a very short time to get to where they want to go for the next gig. Organizations really cherish and celebrate loyalty. Celebrate the time that an individual spends within the role to actually go back and contribute. So anything that sends out signs that you're here to use this current role as a stepping stone to land yourself into a better job invariably ends up being picked up on the interview panel, because they keep quizzing you on why you left your previous role. And if they see through your interview panels, your answers have continuously changed or varied, it sends a message that, one, you are not really serious about this organization that you want to join, and two, you don't value the organization's larger mandate that they have for you beyond the 6 or 8 months that you want to be part. So, think beyond short term, think long term. Oh, no, that is a clear no. You cannot be using profanities. You can't be using abusive language. People will try to push you in an interview process to see how much you can take and what could be a point where you could crumble. Moment you resort to using profanities, the moment you go back and resort to using abusive language, immediately sends a message that you're not in control of your emotions, you're not in control of how you want to be engaging with your interview panel or your colleagues whom you could potentially work with. So, abuses, profanities are a clear no-no in any interview process. When I do my interviews, and if the individual is very quick to talk about how the previous organization did not treat her or him well, or is constantly using the victim card of saying that they were, colleagues who picked on, her or him, or they have had an unpleasant experience and they're very quick to shift the blame on their colleagues. These people do send a flag up as part of the interview process. The reason is it's seen as people who do not have the maturity or the empathy factor to kind of go back and work as a team. And if you aren't working as a team and if you don't have team cohesiveness, that becomes really hard, because in any organization, only if you come together as a team can you go back and deliver to higher outcomes or to deliver to better outcomes.